Happy birthday, my beautiful Leo angels. How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful month. For those of you that have had your birthday, hope you had a good one. For those of you where it's on the horizon, wishing you a lovely, smashing, warm and fuzzy time. Welcome to the Astrology SpellCheck. I hope you've already checked out the collective readings. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Helps the channel immensely. So welcome Leo. We are doing the fire signs. I am doing the fire signs even for this month and giving lots of messages. I'm starting out with some of the Rider-Waite. I'm giving angel messages. It's an exciting month and then pulling some of these Island Wellness cards. It feels like everybody needs a little bit of a top up in terms of wellness generally, and this reading is going to do that for you. It's going to give you a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully anyway. And yeah, just wishing you well, really wishing you all the best. So Leo, what can we tell you? I'm going to pull 3 of these Rider-Waites. And yeah, we're gonna really look at your energy and give as many messages as we can. So first card up, the Magician in reverse. Are you trying to create something and you feel like the universe is kind of working against you? Well, it's not, my Leos. It's not working against you. It's working for you. It just doesn't feel like it right at this time. Sometimes when we do all of the necessary work that helps us grow, we are in this kind of pause mode. Are you on pause? If you are, don't worry. It's stationary and it's stationary right now, but it doesn't mean that that's going to be, you know, we can turn things around very, very quickly. And when this Magician is in this energy, which it feels like you're heading towards, you are manifesting, creating, and all the exciting stuff which comes with all of those things. I spoke earlier for my Aries reading about this Lionsgate 8-8, which was yesterday. And this energy was exactly about this card. It was, let's manifest all the exciting things we would like to bring into our reality. And this Magician card has all 4 elements. You know, it has its cup for its water, it has its pentacle for its earth, its wand for its fire, and its dagger stroke sword for its air signs. So it's all about balance. It's all about becoming so balanced so that you can create. And right now you're just building up to that. It feels like you're building up to what could be a real big crescendo of, you know, you thriving in some way. This could be thriving at work, thriving in your relationships, or just your, you know, your self-confidence and becoming this wonderful little being that you are, Leo. And yeah, you are not moving forward at this time. You are, like I said, you're kind of on pause. If this was in the opposite position, it would be firing forward, messages coming in, messages going out, you know, you being inspired. At the moment, it's not like, oh God, I'm so not inspired, although some of you might be feeling a little bit like that. But this card is just saying to you, gather your thoughts, gather your energy, because we're coming into a time where you're going to need all of that energy. And yeah, maybe we're coming into like quite a busy time in the next couple of months that follow August. It's going to be like busy, busy, busy. And at the moment, it's maybe take a chill pill, Leo. Take a chill pill. Enjoy the simple things in life. You know, take the focus off you as an individual and, you know, start to just think, maybe if I rest right now, take some calm, muted energies from myself in order to build, to get to the point where things just start to flourish once more. And the reason I know this is coming, and this may just be in August for some of you, it might just be the last week or so, or the next week feels a bit stunted, but moving forward, this Empress wants to reveal herself. He or she, obviously in reality, but in this card, it is a she. And this can be about abundance. This can be something very fertile. Maybe some of you are trying for a baby. And this is saying, stay patient, keep doing everything you can, because this is the card of the mother. So if this isn't you trying to become a mother, maybe this is you in your energy of mum or parent giver if you're male. Or maybe just if for my males watching this, and I'm talking about this fertile, nurturing energy, maybe you are becoming a little bit more nurturing in your relationships, a bit more thoughtful, a bit more giving, a bit more loving, but powerful nonetheless. A very powerful card, which denotes, kind of where you're coming from. You're gaining momentum, gaining speed, and it's in this like really loving way. Are you showing love to the important people in your lives? Are you communicating love? Are you feeling stable? Because once we're in a position of stability, we can give more love. We can give more of everything if we feel stable. If we do not, then and we're depleted, maybe we don't have this energy to give. This idea of this matriarchal character normally is sort of there, constantly giving. And yeah, not necessarily for self, but this is about what you can bring to other people in this month, in this next month. So it's about giving, Leo. And when we give of ourselves, this is when we ultimately feel at our best, don't we? When we are doing that. Okay, self-indulgence. Have you been self-indulging, Leo? Maybe we're in this rest period and we're like, fuck it. I'm having all the amazing things that I would really like in order to make me happy. Be careful not to overindulge, but it is a time to focus on yourself. It's a time to heal some of that shadow work. And that might be why we're seeing these reversals, because, you're working out the things that maybe bother you, the things that are bothering you. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out then. Maybe something is bothering you, Leo, and you don't know what it is, and you can't communicate it, you can't vocalize it to yourself or to the loved ones in your life. And this is just saying, be aware of that. The more awareness we have, the better we can communicate, right? We then have this wedding rings card. Commitment, bonding, making connections. There's this ideal somewhere of this eternal love. And, with this Empress, she's very much about longevity within love, and giving and being reliable and showing up. For those of you getting married in this month, congratulations. Have such a beautiful, beautiful time. Understand, this idea of this contract, what you're entering into, remembering all those things I said to you about nurturing, loving, giving. This is a time for sharing love. And then we have this chaser card. So maybe you are chasing some love in your life and really trying to go after something that you would like to manifest. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. The chaser element can be linked to the twin flame union. So maybe some of you are aware that you are in twin flame unions, and this month maybe the chaser part of you is going to be activated. And this doesn't necessarily mean, oh gosh, I'm running after this partner, this this ideal or this thing. It can just mean that you are becoming quite evolved about, you know, what you have entered into and what that means for you. And, you know, for those of you that are married already, this can mean maybe you just being aware that you need to have more of an input on these relationships in your life. You need to show up and be part of it. For some of you, you're going to be a little bit triggered, and this can be feeling of codependency, being triggered by someone or something. For some of us, this might be like childhood stuff. This could be abandonment issues. This could be feelings of rejection, which then make you become this chaser energy. They want you to be aware of that, because look, I'm not a reader that likes to say, oh, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. I'm a reader that believes that we are shown the experiences that we need to be shown in order to grow and in order to face those things that cause us problems from time to time, or perceived problems. You know, maybe this isn't even reality. Okay, so 2 jumped out at me. We have the angel of language, talking, being vocal, sharing our thoughts with those people in our lives that are important or that need to hear the message at least, and talking things through. For some of you, it's like, I've been avoiding talking. I've been avoiding a situation. I don't talk about it. Maybe there's somebody in your life who you kind of want to talk to, want to have this conversation with, but they're like a closed book, and you've really struggled to find a way in order to have these conversations. It's giving you the language. This angel's telling you, we will give you the words. We will tell you what you need to say. We will tell you what you need to embrace. And it's not a time for hiding those feelings. It's a time for getting them out on the table and dealing with them. Okay, so this final card that we have today, Leo, is the card of career. The angels of career are with you. Is something changing? Are you considering something different, something new? Are you thinking, I am going to be going through quite a lot of different experiences in the coming months, and this could be something you already know is coming, so maybe you're just about to start a new job, or maybe you're in the same company but it's a completely different department and you're thinking, how is this going to look? Well, the angels are saying, we stand next to you, we will go with you, we will build you up so that you are empowered and you don't have fear for all the new things coming into your life this month. Have a wonderful August, my birthday, Leos, and I will catch you up in September. Take care. Welcome, Aries, welcome. This is actually the second time I'm doing this reading. For some reason, your initial recording completely disappeared, which is a bit of a shit show, to be honest, from my perspective. But hey ho, for some reason, you weren't meant to get those messages. So I will endeavour to try again. Welcome to the August SpellCheck, Aries, and I hope you're all doing good. I hope you're well. Today they're a little bit late getting out, so I do apologise. Been a busy little bee recently, and yeah, I've been kind of struggling to do everything. Trying to fit too many things in, I guess. Maybe that's your energy as well. Maybe you're thinking, time to slow down. I definitely am. Okay, my little ones, let's get on with your reading for August then, and take this from like till early September as well, because we are a little bit late with the energy getting this out. So I am going to, I've given these a pre-shuffle already, so I'm gonna just give you some Rider-Waite Tarot today. Wow. And give you these new messages. Yes, new messages. Good messages, I hope, for you, Aries. You deserve some good news, I think. First card off the bat. 10 of Swords in reverse. Brilliant. Great news. We're glad to hear this, aren't we? So it's like we're dropping all the drama for the next 4 weeks. We're clearing things out and we're letting things fall away that, you know, aren't part of our existence, aren't part of our reality. We don't need them anymore, and we're not going to dwell on them. And, you know, there's been a time in the past, especially this year, where we felt every one of these swords in our back, right? Every 10 of them. And now we're coming to this completion and we're going into a new stage, a new journey, hopefully. And then we have this, which kind of reinforces what we just said. So this is the 7 of Wands, more air, fire energy with the wands. So this is your energy. And this is no longer trying to juggle so many things, not trying to be as strong as we have in the past. And that's not a negative, that's actually a positive. It's saying we've learned to choose our battles and we don't need to fight every element of our life. We don't need to make everything a big drama, a big battle. We can just chill out, let go of things, and hopefully move forward with this better energy. Yeah, and this is also this next card. This is the Devil energy, Capricorn card. And in reverse, it's like we're becoming unblocked. Good news, Aries. Finally, we are starting to let go of some of this toxic behavior, some of this toxic mindset, in order to clear ourselves and press reset almost, where we don't need some of this behavior anymore in our lives. We don't need to entertain other people's addictions, hang-ups. They're not ours. They're not ours, basically. We can let go of them and just do us. There's this feeling of coming to a close with something in your life, I think, Aries, and it feels like this is a good thing. This is a good thing to be letting go of drama, letting go of things that we've perceived have not gone right for us, in order to kind of make way for the new, make way for better, and let go of this feeling of just being caught up in our head and making everything a negative outcome, when actually it's just an outcome. These are just events that have happened in your life. They're not all of you. They don't define you. They're not who you are. They're just stuff that's been going on. Okay, we have this card of the Camera. Almost alludes to like pictures as well. And this can be mental pictures in our head of the past that we maybe hang on to and we don't need them anymore. So, you know, if this was on our camera, we could delete this and just move on. But this, in terms of your future, this is making new memories with the important things, the important people, and you have some really fun things coming up, I think, in this next month, in these next few weeks. It's talking about things that you hold dear to you, like you do, like with old photos of loved ones. But it's also about perception and learning from the past, and, like I said, aiming to make new memories. But looking at things through a lens for a different perspective is a really clear message for you, Aries. Okay, next, the Butterfly. Very spiritual card. Perhaps you have somebody in spirit around you who's looking out for you at this time, is kind of trying to encourage you to be this butterfly and be a bit more free in how you do things. Ease up on this heavy notion that you need to get things right. You need to have an idea about what's going on. It also talks about different relationships evolving in your life, moving to a next phase, doing the healing that you need, this inner child healing, in order to grow, in order to find your wings and fly. Very Pegasus-like message there for you, Aries. And it feels like the butterfly is in this metamorphosis. So there's a lot of changes going on about how you feel about yourself internally and externally. So, you know, we're spending some time thinking about how we look, how we want to look, what changes we want to make in order to, you know, understand our own beauty. And we have this card of soulmates. Have you been reminiscing, this is also a bit of the camera again, reminiscing about old partnerships, old relationships, you know, going over and over and over in your head about what they were, what they meant, what you did, what they did, all this kind of stuff. The message for you today regarding that and moving forward is just let that go. Let all of that go in order to make room for new soulmate connections. We cannot bring in the new when we are dwelling on the old. And I think you're very conscious of this, Aries. You really do the work and you spend time assessing what's good for you and what's not. But it's just kind of like a little heads up to say, yeah, sometimes you're going to have memories, you're going to have thoughts about people and experiences. But if they are not in your current sphere of existence, then they're not meant to be. Instead, it's a time of manifestation. I talked about the Lionsgate portal that happened on the 8th of the 8th. This is very much this energy opening up for this creation of new soulmates, new connections, new love. And then we have the photograph, which is right on the back of the camera, right on the back of the reminiscing. But it's also about gaining new perspective, you know. There are nostalgic memories, as I spoke of, but it's time to make new. That's a really clear message for you. Take off the rose-tinted glasses, stop looking back, and very much focus on looking forward. Okay, are you going away or have you been away? Holiday season, palm trees, exotic destinations, far off places, or maybe just chilling out, taking time to rest. Sometimes this is just about being still, feeling the sun on your skin, feeling this warmth that everything is going to be okay. There are happy times ahead. There are going to be, I don't know, fun times. Cupid's arrow. Yeah. Be careful where you shoot those arrows. Be careful what you focus on, because that becomes your reality, as we know when we look at the law of attraction stuff. But it feels like maybe there's a new direction in which to shoot your bow. Perhaps something new is coming into existence in the next few weeks that presents something very different. It may be like a really big surprise to you as well. Maybe unexpected arrival of someone or something that can bring you some peace, some harmony, and some joy, Aries. This is what we want. We want to bring more happiness, more fun times, but we don't want to overcomplicate how we do that or how we gain that joy. I'm going to pull you an affirmation card. These are my handwritten affirmation cards, little suns on them for happiness, but mostly growth. I am honest and I am truthful. Time to tell people who you are, what you are, your expectations, what you're looking for, what you're not looking for, and it's time to weed out the rubbish that you don't need anymore. It says, I believe in myself today, but this isn't just today, Aries. You're going to believe in yourself for the next month, and maybe this is an affirmation you need to tell yourself every morning when you wake. I believe in myself. I believe in my own happiness. I believe in my deserving of it, and I believe that anything's possible that I wish to create or to manifest. When we think of manifestation, sometimes we get really caught up in it because we think, well, I'm trying to manifest this and I'm trying to do that, and some of it just isn't coming to fruition. Well, try not to think like that, because sometimes, you know, we're manifesting without even knowing it. And sometimes that's a good thing because we're not overthinking it. And sometimes it's not a good thing because what we're focusing on is what we are bringing more of. Okay. Your angel action card. Transport, journey. Maybe you're going to be traveling somewhere this next month, this next sort of 5 weeks. And it's going to be something fun. It's going to something enjoyable and good times, I think. I think this is linked to good times, but it's about this movement and this gentle movement. You have some intuition about this as you're listening to this. You'll have an idea about what this trip or this journey might mean for you, and time to manifest on the back of it, and time to look for those palm trees, those good times, those shared experiences. Also, this photograph and camera card that you had is you know, experiencing new things, going and having fun, meeting new people, going to new places perhaps. And then we have this card of reading. Now you see this, there's a lot of purple in these angel cards, aren't there? I've seen a lot of that this month actually, in a lot of the astrology, and it's calling for us, our third eye really. It's saying to look beyond the obvious, look beyond what you see, start relying more on these gut instincts, your intuition, and it really wants you to focus on that. Okay, so it says reading, the angels are reading with you today. Perhaps it might be nice to choose something, some new area to learn something new about, to purchase a new book or new course or something like that, where you're going to be finding out different things that is going to be inspiring for you. You're going to be inspired. Could also be this reading, and there's a really important message in several things that have been said today that you'll resonate with. So you might want to play it back a few times and assess this over the next coming weeks to see what pops up, what resonates with you. But these angels are going to be around you, Aries, for the next 5 weeks. They're on this journey with you. They want you to be super, super aware of your thought processes and the sort of things that you're bringing into your reality. I'm wishing you a wonderful few weeks, and I'll see you again for September. Hi Sagittarius, welcome to the astrology section of my SpellCheck readings for August. So, they are coming out a little bit later this month. My apologies for that. I have been a busy bee. But they're coming out right at this time for a reason. That's what I always like to think with my readings, to be quite honest with you. So the messages come when they come. Thank you so much for sharing and subscribing. And if you haven't already, then please do. Then you get all my notifications as the readings come out. I really appreciate your presence and your support, and the fact that you're just coming to check out your readings. Hope you've already seen the collective reading that I put out a few days ago. It's always good to sort of see that one first, I think, energetically. But yes, welcome Sagittarius, my fortuitous Sagittarians, my lucky bunch, I like to call you. I have Sagittarius in my own chart. Whoa. And as I say that, look what comes out. I'm talking about fortunes rather, and you know, good vibes, great things coming about, and then you pull this 10 of Cups. So water energy, of course, even though you are a fire sign, water energy of, you know, finding your happiness, looking for your rainbows, having these 10 full cups. 10s are this completion of something, and this is a happy family. We can see in this card. Oh my god, my little pussycat is just, did you hear him meowing? Hi Sil, you want to be part of the reading, do you? You want your 10 of Cups? Okay, well let me finish first. Yeah, so this is like, for some of you, this is maybe, I don't know, we're in the holiday month, are we not? So maybe some of you are going on a family holiday. You know, the kids are off at the moment, so you're spending more time as a family or as a unit. It could also be a message about that, but it's just sort of saying this is going to be really a good time to recharge and, you know, find this togetherness as a unit. If you are not within this family unit, this is maybe you going towards this sense of comfort, this sense of security and safety within the home. And yeah, just kind of feeling good in this next sort of 4 weeks. Okay. Cards don't seem to want to come out, so I want 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards for my lovely deck. Taking their time, concealing themselves. Maybe that's you. Okay, so we have this 7 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, I talked about relaxing and holidays, didn't I? And this card is like just kind of putting everything down, putting all your worries to one side for a period of time. You know, all these chores, all these necessary obligations. It's like you're saying, do you know what? I'm putting my out of office on. I can go back to that at any point, and yeah, I can switch back on when needed, but this is really a time of relaxing, chilling out, and having a good time. Maybe even a very passionate time with somebody. And 7s are like kind of, you know, aiming for victory. So in terms of having a good time, enjoying yourself, doing the things that you want to do, and yeah, not feeling like you have to do this, you have to do that, worrying about stuff you haven't done. Like, it's like, seriously, you know, switch things off, kick back, and just enjoy yourself in these next few weeks. There's this element of you being able to create abundance and amazing things, but they just don't want you to make a meal of it or make work of it, because now is a time for this kind of rest. So, and to prove this to us, we've got this 4 of Swords, which is, you know, basically, Scylla really wants to speak to you in this reading. Scylla, what do you want them to know? What have you got on your face? Come here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Scylla's just come in from the garden. I don't quite know what's on her face, but anyway. So yeah, this is a time for rest. Resting up, enjoying, soaking up the sunshine. And, you know, the sunshine always gives us lots of vitamin D, makes us feel warm inside, and I think everybody seems to sort of enjoy things more when the sunshine is shining on us and glowing us up, giving us this radiant glow. Perhaps it's you glowing radiantly. If this doesn't resonate with you, it's because maybe there was a lot of stress leading up to this time period, and yeah, it's kind of holiday season, or maybe you're taking a vacation, but you know, you're finding it hard to switch off. We have this clock. So needing to take time off, cycles, time to heal, progress. Sometimes, you know, the basis of meditation is it's like switching the computer off. So it's like powering down. And maybe some of you are really struggling to power down because, you know, lots of things are going on, swirling around in your head. But Spirit want you to know there's some things in life, especially within a time frame, you know, you can never get some things back. So it's about enjoying what you have now and around you in the moment, and all the other stuff that is ego-based, that is telling you this isn't right, that isn't right, I'm not happy about this, I'm worried about that. They're just saying put it to one side for the next few weeks and just try to relax and enjoy yourself. Okay, we've got the card of Love Core. Maybe some of you will be receiving a message from a loved one, wanting to express love. You could be getting emails, text messages, somebody's thinking of you and they want to let you know. Okay, sunglasses. We talked about the sun and holidays and, you know, vitamin D and all of this stuff. It's saying, you know, relax, put your shades on, and, you know, go out and focus on the important things in life, which right now is kind of having a good time, or the universe wants you to have a good time if you're not. So in order to do that, you need to take your foot off the gas a little, and that's what it feels like. Okay, hands of cards. Okay, cards. So this is saying take a chance, take a risk. It's about being strategic, looking at your options, not showing your hand, doing your best poker face. Maybe you need to stay poker faced in front of certain people right now because you kind of are not willing to give too much away. Then we have this card of talking. Who are you talking to, Sag? Who do you want to talk to that you're interested in and you'd like to converse with on a more intimate level? For some of you, you know, we had this love call. This is an extension of that. Maybe a text again. It's this idea that some energy is around you or watching you or noticing you. And in this month, you could be having this glow up that I was talking about, this radiance from the sun, but quite literally. And this is the heart with a key. Do you know what? I've been having really weird messages all week about this symbol of a key, and that key is going to be an important message for somebody. It's going to be, you know, quite, when we look at it in a literal sense, we think about buying a new home, opening a new door, starting a new relationship, unlocking something that's going to be quite important for you in this month. And it feels like, because you've also got this golden mirror, which is kind of looking at yourself. In some respects, this card normally can talk about narcissism, and it can talk about one-sided relationships or requited love. But it doesn't feel like that for me in conjunction with this heart with a key. It feels like this radiance again, this golden, this sunshine that I kept talking about throughout your reading. And yeah, I feel like somebody is really watching and admiring you, Sagittarius. Who is admiring you in this beautiful month? And the messages that I'm going to leave you on is just milk it, you know, take the credit. Enjoy the limelight, the spotlight. And within you being open to those things, you might just surprise yourself, or somebody might just surprise you. Have a great month, Sagittarius. See you in September. Welcome, Taurus. Welcome to the monthly spell check and astrology. So I hope you have been enjoying my collective reading so far, because that was put out a week or so ago. These actual astrology readings are a little bit later going out for me this month. So take it from a month from when you hear these readings for the energies really to sort of play out. So do not forget to like, share and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and thank you for being here first of all and listening to my content. Hope you've had a good month, Taurus, and you know, hope the coming months are sort of reigniting this beautiful energy for you where things are on the up, things are changing, or rather they need to change. What do you need to change? So I'm going to be pulling some of my Rider-Waite cards, which I'm just giving a little shuffle to. And then I'm going to pull some angel cards for you and really look at what you need to be aware of this next few coming weeks. And then I'm going to use these cards. These are my kind of handmade affirmation cards, but I'm going to use them in a bit of a different way today. So we can take them as affirmations as well for you, of course, but I'm going to kind of give you some messages based on what these affirmations are telling you, in order for you to understand what you need to do, what guidance you need, maybe what changes you need to make, my lovely Taurians. So you see, I'm doing this in the evening, and I wanted to light my candles and have this warm glow. So Spirit wanted me to tell you specifically that there's this need for this warm inner glow for you at the moment, Taurus. There has been maybe some darkness for all of you within some reason, and we're really needing to kind of light this awareness in you. And this is what the reading is going to be about today. So let's move on and start your reading for today. So, okay, let's pull you 3 tarot. Oh gosh. Okay, so, your fellow earth sign, Capricorn, just pulled this very same card, the card of the tarot. The card of the Tower, which is a tarot card, of course. And I don't know, I feel a very different energy for you than what Capricorn had. Capricorn had that this is something, this big kind of events or stuff that's playing out in their lives right now that's kind of happening. But for me, this is something that has happened for you. It's like you've been experiencing this Tower moment for, I would think, a few months now, and it's felt very unsettled, very, I don't know how anything's going to look. I don't feel like my feet are on the ground. My basic foundations are a little bit crumbling, and I just don't feel very secure right now. I feel like you've been going through that energy, but it feels like you're starting to understand that it's you that needs to make those changes, and those changes are definitely there, something that's coming up for you in the next few weeks. We have this Emperor card, card of Aries, and by the way, the Tower is card of Scorpio, so Scorpio energy, and then we have this Aries next to it. Now this Emperor, the Emperor is extremely powerful character, somebody who's very self-aware, somebody that is kind of drives their life very much, you know, fast forward. We understand and we plan stuff out, we know what we need to do, and then we just get the hell on with it. Okay, this feels like this is your energy, and the universe is wanting you to know it's time to get the hell on with it, Taurus. You know, there's no more practicing, no more rehearsals. It's time to move forward, and they want you to know that they're trying to give you this strength in order to do that. The card, the number of the Emperor card is number 4, and it feels like, you know, maybe for the last 4 months at least, you've really not felt this powerful, and these changes, they're kind of happening for you now because it's hit a crescendo. It's hit a point where you've needed to work out that you need to be your own emperor in life. You know, this Tower card, sometimes these are the elements, aren't they? They're things that life presents that we can't control. That kind of, we have to weather the storm, wait till the fire completely burns out, and then rebuild. And this Emperor card is saying, okay, well, here I am. I'm here to rebuild. And I'm not playing. I'm not messing. I'm going to go straight in, and I'm going to try to start sorting this out. This can be a relationship, how you feel about your life generally. This can be about you going into new work, thinking about yourself very differently within life and within the workplace. It's like, I'm the boss. You know, for some of you, you will be self-employed, you'd just be going self-employed, and this is you saying, I'm the boss. For others, this is you realizing that you're the boss of your own life, and it's time to start acting accordingly. And that's a really good message for you, Taurus, because I feel like you've not been in your power. You felt like everything's kind of going on around you, and you know, it's moving very fast. There's no stability, and you know, you've not caught up with it. Well, this is saying, I'm catching up with it now, and I'm deciding what the tempo looks like. I create the rhythm, I create the speed, and I know what I'm doing. I'm in control of it. Okay, this is really exciting for the next few weeks, Taurus. Take control. We then have this 7 of Swords in reverse. Now, sword energy, this is air energy. And maybe this is somebody within your life or your close-knit community that in the past maybe has let you down in some way or hasn't shown up for you, and it's time to put that behind you. It's time to let go of that energy. You don't need it. You don't need to overthink what somebody else's actions are. People are very much in control of their own lives, as you're realizing yourself in this Emperor. But, you know, this goes for other people as well, and their actions and the things they say to you and the conversations. And I'm getting this message right now of actions speak louder than words. Stop making excuses for this person. They are choosing their pathway. It's nothing to do with you. You can't control it. It's something that's just necessarily happening in the background. There's a little side note in this as well. There's a lot of yellow in this card. Whoever this person is, they don't feel particularly stable. They've not been completely honest with everybody. They've not worn their heart on the sleeve. They've concealed many things, and perhaps now some of that stuff is just becoming very apparent. Maybe you're feeling very, very clear about who these people are, their intentions, what is good for you, what isn't good for you, and you're just completely taking control this month, Taurus. If you're watching this and you're thinking, gosh, that's not my energy at all, then this is what you need to start to become. You need to start to look for your power deep within and stop letting other people's decisions, conversations, personalities kind of decide who you are, what you're doing, and why you're doing it. You know, stop that. Stop allowing those people to take your power. You need to become this Emperor and, you know, find your victory. In finding ourselves, we often are on this journey to find ourselves, aren't we? It's a bit cliche, but you know, it's cliche for a reason, because it's factual. We are all on a journey, like it or not, Taurus. Okay, so let's pull you some of these affirmations for you to think on and to be aware. So I am cheerful. I feel like it's time to switch up your mood. It's time to make the changes in order to feel better about yourself and the life that you choose and the path that you're choosing. You know, be optimistic, be open about it. You've also got this, I am a magnet for wealth. You know, we need to create abundance, and whether this is physical money or just, you know, this life that feels good, then we need to start understanding that we are the ones that attract these energies into our life. So we really need to kind of transform our energy. The next card is, I am free to do what I want in my life. Start taking control of your own life. It feels like this energy of this Seven of Swords was too many people had too many opinions on what you were doing, and you were feeling a little bit trapped and a little bit stuck. Okay? Time to free yourself from self-imposed prisons. And this can be, you know, how we choose to think, how we choose to act, what we've always done. What do we need to change? Okay. And then we have, I am loving. The next few weeks is really calling for you, Taurus, to be more loving to those important people in your life. Start to communicate. If you want to have more love in your life, then you need to show more love. You need to be more love. And this is a message to you to say, perhaps you've been a little bit disconnected from your heart, from your emotions, from the ability to be happy, enjoy things. And when we're in that state of mind, we welcome so much more. We become this magnet that I was talking about. And, you know, we do that when we're able to create these happy thoughts, these ideas in our head of what we want and how we can manifest that. And it's time for you to really start turning up the heat on that. Today, I attract the right people. For some of you, this could be the right relationship, the right job, the right financial gain, the right information, the right friendships, social groups, you know, attracting the right people. When you go to bed tonight, I want you to think, today I will attract the right people. Tomorrow I will attract the right people. I am a magnet for good things. I am a magnet for prosperity, abundance, and good cheer. There's definitely something in that for you. Okay, so we know that you're really trying to manifest and attract because you've got another card that works as a magnet. So I'm a magnet for luck and good fortune. Okay, so here's a question, Taurus. Do you believe that? Do you believe that you're a magnet for good fortune? Or do you believe, you know, there's been a lot of shit, I'm attracting more shit? Well, you know what? You start using those type of inner dialogues and that's what you'll get. So we're really in this energy of changing things up in the next few weeks. Okay, so this one, this is going to be the last one before I go on to angel cards. So I am wonderful. Today people notice this. Go out into the world in the next few days and just say to the universe, I am wonderful. Have some wonderful qualities, some wonderful strengths, some wonderful emotions to share with the people I love and the people that I'm kind of bringing into my existence. And be the magnet. Start to try and be your very own magnet, Taurus. Because you are actually a very magnetic sign. People are drawn to you when you're in your higher self, when you're in your natural state. And perhaps you haven't been. And now it's time to turn that around. Let's turn stuff around. Okay, angels, what can you tell us? Exciting. We've got lots of purple energy here. So I guess it's really kind of saying, let's start looking to our third eye. Let's start looking to our intuition instead of this negative cycle that we've been on. We need to start cooking up a new recipe, Taurus. So with these purple cards I said about intuition, you have reinvention. The angels of reinvention are with you right now. Change, new beginnings, new you, new self-belief, becoming this magnet. And it's talking about taking action. I spoke about that with the Emperor card. Emperor card is all about action, fast forward movement. And really, ultimately, it's time to turn up the heat, as I said earlier. Put the foot on the gas. It's time to act. Stop thinking, I will make that decision, I will make that phone call, I will apply for that job, I will go for that opportunity, and start saying, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to talk about it, I'm not going to overthink it, I'm just going to do it. So move forward in these next 4 weeks, my beautiful Taurians, because you have the strength, you have the power, you are a magnet for great things. Take care and speak to you in September. Welcome, my earth signs, to the SpellCheck astrology section. And this is kind of my after dark session. Trying to get these readings out as quickly as I can. They're a little bit late this month. But it's all good. It's all good, my little earth signs. I'm going to be starting with my Capricorn earth sign for this month of August. Now, because this is late going out, this is going to be a month from when you hear these readings in terms of their timescales. So I hope you're having a great month. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so that you can get all the readings as soon as they get uploaded and put out for you. And yeah, let's get on with it. Let's do your reading, Capricorn. Hope you are very uplifted and really getting excited for this kind of second part of 2022. This is how I'm looking at a lot of these readings. Looking at them as like part 2 of the year as we come to a close. Very exciting times to come. Hope you're having a wonderful summer. And yeah, so today I am going to be using my Rider-Waite, my Island Wellness deck and some angel cards for some extra messages for you. Right, so where are we? Well, we've just experienced this Lionsgate, 8-8, and I've been talking to all the other astrology groups about this time of manifestation, this time of newness. Things feel very new at the minute, sometimes a little bit explosive even. We are in this tiger year, and I've been talking about this all year, about how we're in this year where there's some really big things happening for all of us, some big changes. And Capricorn, you are no different from any of the others. These changes are affecting you, and let's see what the universe wants to tell you. What messages do we have? Okay, giving it a really nice shuffle, as I have been doing all of the other readings. And let's crack on with yours. Right, okay, so we're going to pick 3 tarot. Whoop. Okay, wow, Capricorn, what is going on for you? It feels like the kind of months leading up to this, there's been, I spoke about this energy, it feels like there's been some healing for you, my little Capricorns. Have you needed to heal in some area of your life? And is this sort of ongoing? We have this Tower card. Yeah, frightens some people, this card. No idea why. I find it quite invigorating, this card. This is the card of Scorpio. And I'm a Scorpio, so maybe that's why I see it in this very different light. It is this energy of, I spoke about change and kind of really getting rid of some things we don't need. Maybe this is a very literal sense for you. Perhaps you're having this huge clear out of your home, maybe clear out of the people in your life, or maybe just a clear out of toxic energies that you're deciding, there's no room for this in my life anymore. I am going to banish something. It's kind of strong message for you there, Capricorn. What are you banishing in your life? Or what do you need to banish then for some of you? Some of you will be thinking, no, I'm actually thinking things are okay. And I often mention this card with this energy of jump or be dragged. This is what this card means for me, basically. It's us deciding in some area, or maybe all of areas, maybe we're having like this mass clean out of everything that we need to do in order to start new endeavours. Maybe some of you are starting new exercise plans, or maybe you're just deciding that actually there's been things in your life that haven't been that healthy and it's time to clear them out. For some, you may not even be aware of this energy, and this may be this very August time that these big changes are happening for you. It does feel like something fairly changeable is on the horizon, and maybe you're just feeling this need to bring about newness and build. Yeah, we're building. I spoke about manifestations, this portal opening. Now this portal opens annually every year, and for those born under this sign of this Lionsgate, it's like anything is possible. Now for some that's like hugely an exciting time, but for some of you that's like a really scary thing as well. You know, we kind of get scared when the norm is being challenged, and I think maybe the next coming weeks you're going to be facing some challenges. These are all major arcana cards we have so far, so they feel like something quite poignant is going on in your life at the moment, Capricorn. This is the card of Sagittarius, this Temperance, and it's asking you to find balance. It's asking you to work out what's good for you, and what's working and what's not, in order for you to kind of see things for what they really are. Maybe there's certain things in your life that are lining up for you, that are posing new questions, new experiences, and it feels all like a bit of a challenge. A bit of a challenge, yeah. In reverse though, this Temperance feels like there's been a lot of healing that you've had to do in the past few months. You've really had to look at, you know, certain things that you're doing, certain behaviours that maybe you are needing to reassess and change. But what this card is really kind of suggesting to me is that you have all the skills in order to make these changes and to steer yourself in the right direction and really come into this time of guidance. Maybe you're going to be meeting certain people in the next month that are going to help you on your journey, kind of come into alignment with you and start to, I don't know, maybe move you in the direction as well. For some of you that are really spiritually aware, you know, I work a lot with angels, and the angel in this card for me is really kind of this angel, Archangel Raphael, this need to make the right choices that are healthy for your self-esteem, for your self-worth, and in order to ask the sort of big questions in your life and to start moving towards a more calmer, you know, stage of your life where you are enjoying and, you know, you've got all of the essential resources in order to move forward and, you know, make these decisions and feel good about your decisions and feel good about yourself and feel that you have the power. You then have this Ace of Pentacles. What a beautiful card when we're talking about all these changes. This is like something the universe wishes to present to you, guide you towards, move you in a new direction. And for some, this could be financial. So perhaps things are changing financially for you. Maybe these new projects, these new challenges are things that are going to provide or are going to seek to provide something for you moving forward. But of course, we need to identify those things before we can really act upon them. And the universe is really wanting to give you your pentacles. They want you to flourish and thrive. And perhaps you are on board with that and perhaps you are not. Are you feeling stubborn, Capricorn? Are there things going on that you don't understand? And this pentacle saying, you know, hold up. Things will change and they will ascend. Okay, so we have this Ascension card. I spoke about this spiritual you, didn't I? And for some of you, this is really a time of new people, new concepts, you finding strength within and you going through this process. And this process is sometimes, you know, emotionally jerking. It's funny how I'm using those words. Emotionally jerking, triggering for you. And ultimately, it's in your best, highest good in order to go on this journey and to experience what's coming forward for you. Ascension's a time of growth. It can be, you know, this idea of transcending and moving past these obstacles. You're learning new ways of doing things, going through new phases, and maybe perhaps preparing for some sort of union. Now, this union can be a loving union, or this can be kind of finding new things in old places, they just said to me. Are there things that perhaps you are more grateful for in your life now and you're understanding them better and why they're there, why you've had to experience them in order to move to this very, very new next stage? You then have this karmic relationship card. Some of you will have just been transcending and moving through a karmic relationship, a karmic bond. Karmic bonds are these huge lessons that keep coming up for us and presenting us with these storylines that are there for us to experience who we are, why we're here, the big questions, the existential questions. What are we doing? Are we moving in the right directions? And sometimes karmic people or karmic situations, jobs, I don't know, friendships are there to trigger us. Kind of might be something that feels really familiar, something that you've known before, and maybe you have been, or you're moving into this time where you're experiencing these cycles. And cycles, you know, they're this idea of going round and round in this circle in order to revisit or reassess what we're doing, what the hell we're doing. Do you feel like, what the hell am I doing? What, you know, what is all of this about? Okay, so then we have this card, the dragonfly. Beautiful dragonflies. And this is about trying to be light-hearted, needing to be more light-hearted. These dragonflies seek out the light, and I feel like you have either been on a journey, or this month you're going on a journey where you're seeking out the light. You're trying to find answers. You're trying to understand, why did I have to go through that? Or why am I now going through these new experiences? What are they here to show me? You know, sometimes for some of you, you'll have been in relationships that have felt a struggle, and you're thinking, why have I been sent this? Why am I going through this? What was the point? Well, the point was to learn big things about you and big things about this other person or this other dilemma in order to understand yourself a lot better. They're saying the words illumination to me, Capricorn. Maybe this next few weeks there's going to be some change, some experience to adapt in some new way. And it's going to be all about you trying to piece together where you've been and where you're going. Very important message for you today, Capricorn. Where am I going? What are you doing? Temperance card often helps us to ask those questions. Okay, so then we have this card, kisses. Kisses, kisses, kisses. We all like to have a passionate embrace from time to time, don't we? Maybe you've had lots of those recently. Talks about unconditional love. It talks about affections, falling in love. I spoke about this karmic relationship, didn't I? Maybe you felt extremely drawn to somebody, and that's what karmics do. They draw us in, and they draw us in for a reason. So there's a little side message for somebody. If you're in something that's very sweet right now, tastes very nice, just enjoy the experience. Don't feel the need to control, replicate, or keep something within grasp just because that's what you've done before. Just enjoy it, just experience it, and embrace the physicality. Embrace the physicality that the universe would like you to see. Okay, one more island wellness card before we look at your angel energy. Whoa, okay, 2 more island cards. 2 more jumping out for you. Okay, so you have cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning. Be careful of what you think you know and why you think you know it and what you've always done. It's asking you to replay events and going over things. But try not to keep going over things too much in your head. Try to just be present and experience them as they play out. Hand of cards. Another one of my fire groups got this hand of cards, the fire signs. And it's talking about taking chances, taking risks. Going with the roll of the draw, the roll of the card. Whatever comes up for you has a message. And it's just asking you to, you know, be open to that message. But it's asking you to take a bit of a gamble on something. Try not to show your hand to somebody else. Yeah, so maybe it's a time of not needing to share every little bit of information with every person. You know, we don't need to tell everybody everything. We have to keep some things back for ourselves, right? And they're saying stop oversharing. Stop oversharing, Capricorn. This next month is not a time for you to do that. Okay. we have the cards of walking, the angel of walking and the angel of success. For me, this card of walking is about you walking into a new phase. Sorry if this is a bit dark, I'm doing this in the evening. Walking into this new phase of your life and embracing it, but walking into it like with eyes wide open and just being very accepting of the experiences, of the learning curves, but just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Stop overthinking everything. It's okay sometimes to not know the answers. And it's kind of giving you this overall feeling of success. You know, even if you don't feel like that right now, because remember we had this Tower card. Something might not feel very successful right now because it's just in its process. It's just working itself out. Go with the flow. As I said, be present and just enjoy what your life is trying to show you. It's trying to unfold and show you new experiences. Okay, and as I say, new experiences, you've got this angel card of starting something. Starting something that is meaningful. So start something today, like it was your last day. Make every second count. So we talked about being in the present. Now that's really making every second count, isn't it? It's really living in the moment. And perhaps you haven't been living in the moment for quite some time, and we're now seeing this new era where you're taking this gambling energy that I spoke about earlier, taking more risks, going into things head on and saying, do you know what, I do not have all the answers, but I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna roll with it. I hope you have this wonderful next few weeks and the remainder of August, and your message, Capricorn, is go with the flow.